CBS News has obtained an audio recording, which is part of the classified documents case against former President Trump.
And the recording seems to contradict some of the former president's statements in the case thus far. CBS 2's Dick Brennan live now in the newsroom with more. Dick.
Well, Maurice and Christine, the recording from 2021 comes from an interview Trump gave to people working on a memoir of Mark Meadows. It could, at the very least, complicate Trump's defense or perhaps pose serious trouble.
I've come across an audio recording that's part of the case involving former President Trump and some classified documents. This recording really seems to contradict a lot of what Trump has been saying about the case so far. The clip, which dates back to 2021, is from an interview Trump had with folks working on a memoir for Mark Meadows. Just picture it. Trump is talking about a sensitive document while holding it right in front of two people who don't have any national security clearance. He's discussing a secret plan crafted by the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, Mark Milley, and the Defense Department regarding Iran.
He said he wanted to attack Iran and what? He said this was done by the military, given to me.
Donald Trump describing a sensitive document he appears to be holding in the presence of two people who have no national security clearance. He's talking about a secret plan drawn up by the Joint Chiefs chairman, Mark Milley, and the Defense Department in regards to Iran.
Trump even says something along the lines of, "This was done by the military and given to me." It's clear he thinks this is really important for his defense. It's almost like he's thrilled, claiming it could totally win his case. But here's the kicker. It's labeled as highly confidential. You know, this recording is a game changer. It's explosive evidence that really undercuts Trump's legal stance. It shows him waving classified documents around people who shouldn't even be looking at them, and admitting that the documents contain classified military secrets.
Yeah. I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. Look at this.
The recording appears to contradict Trump's recent claim that he didn't have any documents with him.
I didn't have a document per se. There was nothing to declassify. These were newspaper stories, magazine stories.
This was at his Bedminster resort in New Jersey back in July 2021. So there he is, in his own words, recognizing that the papers are secret and classified, all while discussing military information. This recording clearly points to a pattern of lying under oath. Just think about how much trouble this could bring him in multiple criminal cases. It's honestly hard to believe he said that out loud. So there's this recording that completely contradicts everything Trump has been claiming about classified documents. He's always insisted he didn't have any, saying he only kept newspaper clippings and unclassified stuff. In fact, he even swore under oath that he didn't hold on to any classified information at all.
And could prove to be key evidence in special counsel Jack Smith's indictment of the former president over alleged mishandling of classified documents.
See, as president, I could have declassified. No, I can't, you know, but this is classified.
A former Trump attorney says this recording poses a real problem for Trump's defense.
One of the things he's been saying all along is that he could just, wave a magic wand and these documents are declassified.
He's gone on shows like on Fox News claiming the whole investigation is a total hoax, a witch hunt directed at him. But this recording, it's a real game-changer. You can hear Trump himself discussing the classified materials, literally holding documents in his hands and acknowledging that this information is secret. He even waves the papers around, saying things like, "These are the papers, secret info." It's pretty clear he's providing evidence against himself here.
Yeah. I just found, isn't that amazing? This totally wins my case, you know. Except it is like highly confidential, secret. This is secret information. But look at this. You attack, and
Hillary would print that out all the time, you know.
she'd send it to Anthony Weiner.
This recording could be the smoking gun that prosecutors have been waiting for, and the timing is just wild. It popped up right after the raid at Mar-a-Lago when the original classified documents were found. Documents that match exactly what he's talking about on this tape. Not to mention, it came out just after federal agents discovered those hidden safes containing Iran's strike plans. It definitely seems like the walls are closing in. So here's the scoop. A recording has come to light right after Trump got hit with an immunity ruling that took away his legal protection for certain actions. It's honestly hard to believe this is happening at such a tricky time for him.
What is expected to be a central piece of the government's case against Donald Trump. The actual audio recording of the former president talking as if he's showing a highly classified document on U.S. war plans against Iran with people not cleared to even know it exists, let alone what's in it. In a moment, only on CNN, you will hear what jurors will hear one day.
The prosecutors are in a solid position now with both the recording and all the physical evidence they've gathered. They actually have Trump's own voice confirming he had possession of those materials, along with the specific documents he was talking about. On top of that, they've got supporting testimony, not just from Rudy Giuliani, but also from Trump's former lawyer. They can add in findings from the Mar-a-Lago raid, and really they seem to have everything they need to put together a strong case against Trump for keeping classified materials. This recording also raises some serious questions about perjury because Trump previously testified under oath that he did not have any classified documents. He swore to tell the truth.
I think in the transcript, what stands out to you?
Yeah, there is more in this. And this is a 2-minute clip of what a recording that we're told is over an hour long. But this is, of course, the part that is at the center of Jack Smith's investigation. And we knew about this. You know, CNN first reported that this existed and that Jack Smith's prosecution had it in their hands. But to hear it, I think really just drives home.
But ended up lying. It's a pretty clear contradiction when you look at the false statements he's made in legal settings and interviews with federal investigators. Now, we have this recording that confirms he was not truthful. It clearly shows Trump admitting to possessing classified documents and knowing exactly what those documents were. He was deliberately lying under oath. The recording even features Trump revealing these documents to guests who shouldn't have had access to that information. People without security clearances. This pretty much highlights how Trump was breaking federal law by sharing classified information with unauthorized individuals. It's like a checklist of federal statutes being violated right there on tape, showcasing serious crimes. And it doesn't stop there. This recording connects back to the Bedminster meeting from July 2021, which was already known. That tape had Trump chatting about classified plans regarding Iran, making it clear that these documents had not been declassified and admitting he still retained them. The recording was played in court recently, and it really struck a blow to Trump's defense. Now, there's even more. We've got additional footage from that same meeting, or perhaps similar ones, where Trump is literally showing off the actual documents to others. It's just stunning to see that kind of video evidence of Trump in action. There's now clear visual proof showing Trump had those documents, and it goes well beyond any reasonable doubt when it comes to his wrongdoing. The evidence is so strong that it's hard to imagine any jury in America finding him not guilty. This is going to hit hard in court. Federal prosecutors are set to use this recording prominently, playing it for judges and jurors alike. They'll actually be using Trump's own voice against him, which is going to be pivotal in making their case. They're likely to convince juries of his guilt without any doubt. Just this recording could lead to multiple felony convictions. Trump's legal team doesn't have a solid defense here. They can't argue that the recording is fake since it's been authenticated. There's no denying that Trump said what he said because his voice is clearly on it. They can't even claim he didn't have the documents since you can see him holding them on tape. And there's no way to argue he didn't know the documents were classified when he openly acknowledges that they're secret and classified. His lawyers are out of options, and this recording is going to play a crucial role in impeachment proceedings. Congress is going to watch this recording, hear Trump's voice, and see him handling classified documents while breaking the law, all captured on tape. It seems pretty likely they're going to vote to impeach him, and that will probably lead to a conviction too. With this evidence, Trump's fate in Congress seems all but sealed. And can you imagine this is happening right when Trump is already in a tailspin? He's grappling with his arrest in court, the Mar-a-Lago raid, the Pentagon rebellion, the immunity ruling, his frozen bank accounts, and a campaign that's run out of money. His rally attendance is plummeting, and even Fox News is turning against him. Now, on top of everything else, he has to deal with audio and video evidence of his own crimes. It really looks like he's backed into a corner. This recording is a game changer for Trump's legal troubles really sealing his fate in several cases. It's the kind of evidence that prosecutors dream about, absolutely airtight and pretty much guarantees a conviction. This isn't just any recording. It features Trump's own voice and image showcasing evidence of his actions. Let's break down what's actually captured in this recording. It goes back to a meeting that took place at Trump's Bedminster Resort in July 2021. In it, Trump can be seen holding documents and chatting with others in the room. He even waves around some papers, declaring, "These are the papers, secret info." It's crystal clear that he acknowledges these documents as classified and secret. What's even more telling is that Trump shares details about the documents with folks who don't have the necessary security clearances. This is crucial. He was fully aware of what he was doing. Trump knew those documents were classified. He knew he wasn't supposed to have them and definitely shouldn't have been showing them off. It's obvious he was aware that he was breaking the law. This is no coincidence. He intentionally broke federal law and exposed classified information while recording himself do it. The documents he's holding in that recording match exactly what federal agents found in the Mar-a-Lago safes just the other day. Specifically, he's discussing plans regarding an attack on Iran, waving around military documents that investigators have been looking into. These were government property that he was supposed to return after leaving office. So the recording clearly proves that Trump had these specific documents. He understood they were classified, and he knew they belonged to the government. It really drives home just how serious it all is. There's a recording that shows Trump's guilt pretty clearly. It ties directly to the false things he said under oath. He's claimed he didn't have classified documents swearing to tell the truth, but then he went and lied. So he's made false statements, not just in interviews with federal authorities, but also during legal proceedings. And now with this recording, it turns out he was lying every time. It shows that he indeed possessed classified documents and knew they were classified. Because of this, he's facing perjury charges, which are no joke. Perjury is a serious federal crime that can land someone in significant prison time. On top of that, Trump has to deal with charges for keeping those classified materials. The recording also reveals that he's violated the Espionage Act, which makes it illegal to keep national defense information and share it with people who lack security clearance. It shows him on tape displaying classified national defense information to folks without the proper clearance. That's a serious crime with potential penalties of up to 10 years in prison for each violation. So he could be looking at decades behind bars because of these Espionage Act violations. And here's the kicker. This recording is going to be a key piece of evidence in court. Federal prosecutors are gearing up to use it as their main evidence, presenting it to judges and juries alike. They're counting on this undeniable proof to secure convictions on multiple felony counts against Trump. His lawyers are in a tough spot with this recording. They can't say it's been edited because forensic analysis will prove otherwise. They can't claim he didn't say what he said since his voice is clearly on it. They can't argue that he didn't have the documents considering he was literally holding them on tape. It's honestly hard to believe he said that out loud. It's honestly hard to believe that Trump was caught on tape explicitly labeling certain documents as secret and classified. His lawyers can't really argue that he had permission to show these documents, since no U.S. president has the authority to share classified national defense info with people who aren't authorized. The recording clearly captures him sharing these materials with various individuals at Bedminster, showing a consistent pattern of him displaying classified materials to unauthorized folks. This isn't just a one-off error. It paints a picture of repeated misconduct. Because of this, prosecutors have grounds to charge Trump not only for having classified documents, but also for intentionally exposing sensitive national defense information to the wrong people. There are multiple counts they could go after. If those present in the room were in on it knowingly, they could even charge him with conspiracy to expose classified information. It seems like there's a strong case to be built around this recording, which ties into a server deletion scandal because it looks like Trump was trying to hide these documents. He ordered the deletion of servers and attempted to wipe out evidence of his possession of classified materials. He even had safes destroyed to keep the government from finding these documents. yet somehow they still exist along with the recording itself. On top of that, Rudy Giuliani has backed up all of this. He testified that Trump was indeed discussing these documents, showing them to other people, and he was fully aware they were classified. Giuliani's testimony aligns perfectly with what the recording reveals and provides strong corroboration that the tape is legitimate. His insights about Trump's possession and discussion of those classified materials further strengthen the case. There's a recording out there that really flips the script when it comes to Trump's legal troubles. It captures him showing classified documents to the wrong people, and that's a big deal. His former lawyer has stepped up and shared statements with the FBI that back this recording up. In fact, this testimony lines up with what other witnesses have said, so there's a solid chain of evidence growing. Let's break down what this audio clip means for Trump. He's facing serious charges, including keeping classified national defense information he shouldn't have, conspiracy to obstruct justice, making false statements while under oath, and even violating the Espionage Act. This recording, without a doubt, supports every single one of those accusations. In it, you can actually hear Trump discussing the classified nature of the documents and showing them off to people who aren't authorized to see them. This recording is basically a goldmine of evidence. It's crystal clear he knew those documents were classified and he shared them unlawfully. Good luck for Trump trying to argue against it, as forensic experts will authenticate it and voice analysis will confirm it's him speaking. Plus, the people who are there can back it up. There's no way he can claim this recording is fake or edited. His own voice is right there, making it impossible for him to deny what he said. All of this points to one conclusion. He's looking at multiple convictions. We're talking about retention of classified materials, unauthorized sharing of national defense information, false statements under oath, and obstruction of justice. It's hard to see a way out of this for him. This situation is looking pretty serious for Trump. The violations of the Espionage Act could lead to a prison sentence of up to 10 years for each violation, and the charges for retention bring another potential 10 years. If he's found guilty of making false statements, that could add up to 5 years for each count, plus the obstruction charges also carry significant prison time, meaning Trump could really be facing decades behind bars, possibly the rest of his life. And let's not forget about that recording. It's set to play a big role in impeachment proceedings. Congress is going to hear Trump's own voice and see him with classified documents right there on tape-breaking federal laws. This isn't just a casual listen. Congress will understand the gravity of the situation and the seriousness of the crimes Trump is facing. It seems pretty clear that they will vote to impeach him and ultimately remove him from office based on what's captured in this recording. On top of that, this recording is poised to make waves in the media, likely going viral and reaching millions of viewers. It's going to showcase Trump's guilt for everyone to see, tearing apart his credibility and likely convincing the public of his wrongdoing, which could wipe out his remaining support. This all comes at a really tough time for him. He's already juggling so many problems, including his arrest and all the chaos surrounding Mar-a-Lago, along with issues like the Pentagon rebellion and the ongoing discussions about immunity rulings. It really seems like everything is falling apart for him all at once. So here's the scoop. Trump is currently grappling with this ruling on immunity, while at the same time there's a recording that's come to light and it really puts him in a tough spot. This isn't just any recording. It's got both audio and video of him showing clear evidence of what he's done. Honestly, it's hard to believe he's found himself in this position. There's no way he can twist the narrative or claim it's a witch hunt when it's his own voice and face that are on display. This tape doesn't lie, and it connects all the dots to everything that's been going on. Just the other day in court, that Bedminster tape was played, and guess what? This new recording backs it up. It clearly shows Trump with the actual documents confirming he had those Iran strike plans, and crucially, that he knew they were classified. Moreover, if you think about the Mar-a-Lago raid, that's where they actually found those documents he's seen holding in the recording. They dug up those classified materials that match what's captured in the tape. When you put the recording and the raid together, it's a mountain of evidence against him. Plus, it all ties back to those misleading statements he's made. It's safe to say that Trump is really in deep waters now, and there's no turning back from this one. It's honestly hard to believe that Trump has repeatedly said he didn't have any classified documents. He's even sworn under oath that he didn't possess those materials. But now there's a recording that shows he wasn't being truthful. This recording makes it clear that he did have the documents, which is a serious offense that amounts to perjury. What's more, while serving as president, he's been committing crimes and violating federal law, exposing classified information along the way. It's almost comical, really, to think how unfit he is for office. Now, Congress is gearing up to remove him. Based on this recording, it definitely looks like Trump is heading for criminal prosecution, with federal prosecutors ready to indict him and bring him to trial. That recording will be the key piece of evidence they lean on. It's going to be presented in court, giving judges and juries no choice but to see his guilt. This recording not only seals his fate, but also makes sure he faces conviction on multiple felony counts.